back in about 2017, I did a tourism video for the city of Denton, Texas, which is a little bit north of where I live right now. And part of the tourism video that we did was we made some vignettes of different parts of town, kind of things that were attractive to people. People like to go up there for certain reasons. And one of them was a coffee shop. And I just wanted to go real quick over this coffee shop, kind of how we set up the shot, how we put it together, and then some of the kind of the fun technical aspects of it. So anyway, here we go. Okay, so that was the video that we did, and just wanted to real quick just kind of show you how we put this thing together and kind of just give you an idea of the setting, why we set it the way we did, why the depth of field is the way it is, all that fun stuff. Technically, this was shot with a Sony FS7, and it was shot with a 50 millimeter uh, Rokinon, shot with a 50 millimeter Rokinon Cine DS lens, if you remember those. Some of the earlier lenses that came out now, probably what about 10 years ago, that were they were not the most expensive lenses, but they were really, really decent, and they were kind of fun, and it really was kind of the first foray into cine lenses that a lot of people had at a discounted price. Anyway, that's what we shot it with. We shot here at this, it was an actual working coffee shop. And the patrons that are in the scene behind us actually are patrons that are, they're there getting their drinks. So kind of an unusual situation. We didn't have a whole lot of time to be there, as always. I did have a halfway decent sized crew. I think we had about 5 or 6 people there. So my gaffer and I, we decided, we kind of wrote all out how we were going to do this beforehand. And basically what we did is we had a China ball that was up here. And it, of course, was just shooting straight down. And you can kind of see how it gives a nice light on her face. This actually was an actress that we hired, so she was hired on to be part of the show. And then we have her just, taking this coffee mug right here and just putting it down. Just kind of a relaxing scenario. If you could hear in the audio of the video, that was just audio that we added later on in post. Anyway, so again, the reason that we shot it so shallow was so that we couldn't get any, descriptive faces on anybody. And also, there's a lot of coffee shops in Denton, so we weren't trying to specify, oh, this coffee shop. We wanted to kind of make it, a little bit more generic in that regard. It was a big space, a lot of room to work in, which was really nice. The light outside was actually a little bit overcast, although you do see some highlights popping here. These are probably cars out here that are being parked on the square. And as far as color temperature, we were shooting, I think the space was between 2700 and 3200 Kelvin, as you can kind of see by just the color in here. And so we use that same kind of lighting to make sure that we matched her face, to make sure that that she wasn't standing out, that she didn't look too blue or anything like that. And then yeah, and so we kept it pretty simple, actually. Like I said, just the one China ball just shooting down, and that was it. The one thing of note that's kind of interesting, actually, is that the steam here coming off the cup of coffee is actually not steam, but it's from a smoke machine that we used. And that was just because it was a lot easier to replicate the shot over and over again. So what we would do is we had a little baby smoke machine, and kind of looked like a bong, actually. And we would put a little piece of cardboard over the cup, spray into the cup, have it covered up, and then when we were ready to go, we would carefully pull the cardboard off of the coffee cup, and it would stay in for the most part. And then as she drags it down, that's when it starts to go away. So if I go back, uh, so if I go back to the video here, you can kind of see it as it comes down. I'm just going to kind of scroll through. So you don't see any of the smoke now, but then as she pulls it down, and just the fact that she's drawing it down is going to draw the smoke out. You see how it just starts to kind of come out by itself, and then there it goes at the very bottom of it. And then there's actually kind of an excess of of smoke slash steam at the very end that you probably wouldn't have so much of, but by then no one's really paying attention. And you kind of see how it's coming down like that. So anyway, just kind of a fun little little thing to use, and we don't get to do that too often in these kind of projects, but to me it was really essential to have this. Like I said, it really gives you the sense that you're in the coffee shop. Anything like this kind of steam coming out of the coffee mug, it invokes a sense of warmth, a sense of home. It's comfortable, and that's kind of what we wanted. So we really were trying to sell that kind of concept. That's what we wanted to do with this. If we were to use a regular cup of coffee, that coffee is going to get cold really fast. We would have had to refill it and refill it, and even then, you're not going to get nearly as much as what you actually want, right? It's kind of a perception is reality kind of thing. This is really not realistic, but your sensibilities don't pick up on it too much. You just notice that it's coming down, and it gives you that really nice kind of visual. The other thing that helped was having those lights, shining straight down onto it. It really captures it really captures the steam coming out. If we'd shot it from a different angle, we might not have gotten that same kind of look. We would have lost the smoke. And that's the thing I would definitely encourage, take a look at things like that. Take a look at rain, take a look at smoke and steam and other elements like that, and see how the light is acting around those things. Where's the light coming from? Is the light coming from above? Is it coming from the side? Is it being backlit? Is it lit from the front? And if so, how well are you seeing those elements? Because I can guarantee you that the light is really what's going to make the big difference in how this stuff shows up on the scene. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Hope you liked everything, and I will catch you on the next one. Thanks.